Hey everybody, I'm Nick with Nick's Barbecue, Smoke and Bones Texas barbecue team. In today's video, I'm going to be cooking dinosaur beef ribs. These are the ones here. I got them from HEB. Each rack, I have two of them here, are about 5 pounds a piece, and they are $4.99 a pound. So total, about 25 bucks per rack. So what we're going to do is I'm going to season them up real simple with some kosher salt and pepper, and we're going to cook them on my offset pit using post oak. Okay, so here are the ribs here. Like I said, they're USDA choice chuck ribs. They're the dinosaur bones from HEB. You see, and the big old meaty ribs. This is a 4-bone rack here, and this one is a 4-bone rack as well. And of course, seasoning, some coarse black pepper, kosher salt, a little olive oil to get the seasoning to rub the stick, and then Franklin's barbecue sauce on the side. Alright, and then each rack here I'm going to pat them dry. We're not going to do a whole lot of trimming on them. We're going to leave the membrane on. These are beef ribs. So you leave that membrane on there so they don't come completely apart on you. But there's some little pieces there that'll need to be trimmed back a little bit. So with this rack here, we've got our boning knife here. This is a great knife for trimming meat, trimming briskets. See, that side's pretty good. And these little hanger right there, it's just going to burn up. I'll get rid of that. Some of this fat right here, you can see that. That'll go. Yeah, I kind of think of these as a brisket on a bone. You see over that big old cut right there? That came from the packer like that. Nothing to really do about it. But I'm going to trim all the fat off, but some of it. That little piece right there. In here, see that little flap right there. And that little hunk of meat or flap right there, a little fat. So yeah, that's pretty good. That'll get seasoned well. That's everything there that I took off that one. The reason I'm getting this stuff out of the way is it'll just burn up. These little pieces here will just turn into little chunks of charcoal by the time it's all said and done. So it doesn't do us any good having it there. So that I'm pretty satisfied with. So now we're going to season the ribs. Like I said, we're going to keep it simple. Kosher salt and pepper. So we're going to spread a little olive oil on there. This is just to get to rub the stick. Spread it around there. Work there. So some people mix the kosher salt and pepper, just mix it up 50-50, but I like to do them separately. But we'll just even that on there. This is a big old hunk of meat, so and it's kind of hard to oversalt it. You can certainly oversalt it, but so that's pretty good. Coarse black pepper. We'll go heavy on the pepper. With the post oak and the horizontal offset, this is Central Texas style barbecue. That's good, and then we'll lightly pat it in. So flip it over there. And the back side, this membrane here that That seasoning ain't really gonna penetrate into the meat, but we'll get it nonetheless. Get the sides there. Kosher salt, pepper, add it in. Let's see, we got it there. Get that up there. They've been sitting out on the kitchen counter inside for about an hour to kind of get up to room temp, or close to room temp, because I don't ever like to take an ice cold piece of meat, you know, straight out of the cooler or the fridge and put it on the pit. So see, that one's all seasoned up pretty good, ready to go. Olive oil on there. You know, there's so many different ways and techniques that you can season and cook barbecue, and you know, some people say, oh, you got to do it this way, or oh, you got to do it that way. I was thinking the other day, you know, kind of, there's no right way or wrong way to cook barbecue, because there's so many variables and techniques. But you can cook barbecue, good barbecue, and you can cook shitty barbecue. And what I try to do here is cook barbecue, good barbecue, not shitty barbecue. There you go, look at that right there. Gonna be some Central Texas style dinosaur ribs. Yes, sir. We're gonna be cooking on my horizontal offset today. It's a Lifetime smoker pit. So this is a 20 by 40. So I got these tuning plates from barbecuesmokermods.com. So I installed them last weekend and cooked a pork butt on them. Of course, there's my water pan. It's just a steam table pan from Ace Mart. So our fire today is going to be a post oak. So we're going to build a set of base coals using some B&B oak lump charcoal post oak that we'll be cooking with today. Alright, so now we're going to build a fire. So I'm going to start off with a full charcoal chimney, B&B oak lump. Let it a little bit spill out. So we'll take some of this charcoal, just kind of sit it down there, kind of as a little reserve, and I'll slide it on over. We go to start cooking. So we got a couple of Weber lighter cubes. Sit them guys right there. That going. So that's what's cool about this lump charcoal is, you know, real easy, real fast and convenient to start a base of coals. You don't have to burn, you know, if you're cooking just straight wood, you'd have to burn down some logs to build a base, and that'd take a couple hours before you start cooking. With this, we can get going here in about 20 minutes. Alright, so while these coals are going, I'm going to shave some of those bark off of these oak logs here with my hatchet. Okay. pretty good. So I want to show you a little tip here. So, you know, this wood, it's a seasoned post oak. I got it from a wood supplier out in Irving, Texas. And you know, it comes with, it doesn't come debarked, but you know, it sits around that wood pile, and then, like, you know, spiders get up there and make nests and whatnot, and then they get dust on them. So what I always like to do, of course, is, you know, debark it, and then I'll take like a broom and I'll sweep the wood and, you know, knock it up against some rocks and get it clean, because, you know, I don't want those kind of impurities in my barbecue. Alright, our coals are ready. So we got our coals going. Right here in there. And we'll start with this one right here. That won't take too terribly long to catch. Go ahead and add water to our water pan. Okay, it's catching. So we have our ThermalWorks smoke. Set that guy up. Sync up. Open up our vent all the way. Let that log catch a little bit more before I close this one up. Smoke rolling. Alright, so we're back. We're at 275 there, a little over on lid. Great temperature. We're getting there, so we're going to go ahead and put them on. They're on the pit now. Got our water pan going. We got a fire. In about 30 minutes, I'll check in on them again. Alright, so we're back. They've been on about 30 minutes now. Starting to get a little color to them, but we've been running about 275. My fire did get away from me a little bit too much and got kind of high, so I had to use these little 2x4s. Just a little trick here just to help kind of leave the doors cracked. See it kind of crack some to help alleviate some of that heat. So we'll just spritz them. This is a little 50-50 apple cider vinegar and water. Give them a good spritz. Close her back up. Alright, so we're about an hour and a half into it. I got my big spatula here. I'm going to do this one-handed and film at the same time. I'm happy with that placement. And this one here. Do like that. Give them a spritz. So it's about an hour and a half into this. When they hit about 165, I'm cooking towards until I get a nice good bark, and a good bark that sets. So I'm gonna go let them go a bit longer to build up bark before I wrap them in butcher paper. But we're getting there. Let's check them out here. That bark. The bark is set. I'm gonna give color to them, nice mahogany color. So we're gonna pull them and wrap them in butcher paper. So we pulled them. The bark is set, and they're running about 165, 170-ish. There's 168. Right there in that thick part. 161, 162, 163. So 165. So yeah, about in that ballpark, about 165. Our bark started to set. See right there where it got thinner, we're doing 180. So we're gonna wrap them in butcher paper and put them back on. And then when they're about done, they'll probably be about 203. And then we'll pull them and put them in a cooler and let them rest. Okay, so we got our 2 racks of ribs, and we're gonna wrap them. We're gonna double wrap them in butcher paper. So we'll start with this first rack here. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna baste them. I got some Franklin sauce, a little bit left in their original sauce here. So that'll finish off that bottle. I'm going to take our spritz from earlier, the apple cider vinegar and water, and thin it down. A little stir there. And we'll just brush it on there. Mix it up there. And that paper in right there. This butcher paper, it'll allow it to breathe some, and so it's not completely just stewing in its own juices and getting mushy. And when I put them back on, I'm going to go with the meat side down for a while, and then I'll flip them back over. And then this next one here, and you can see we got good pullback coming from the bones. So these are going to be pretty good. Look at all that. And I'm kind of just dabbing it on. Alright, so we're going to put our ribs back on. We're going to do a meat side down. There they are. Got a meat side down. And then close it. And now, as far as the fire is concerned, we're just going to maintain it by adding lump charcoal to it. There's no need to put any more fresh wood on it because at this point now we're not smoking. Alright, we're going to check on these here. There's some corn there we're roasting. And 5. Yeah, I'm going to have a good spot. Now it's hitting bone. Well, probably another hour or so. Alright, so these ribs are ready. They're probing out about 200. See, there you go. 202. They're in the 190s, 196. But the most important part is, you know, there's just no resistance. They glides right through like butter. So we're going to pull them off. Oh, look at that. A little nugget. This is good stuff. So there them ribs are right there, hot off the pit. But we don't want to tear them just yet. We're going to wrap them up in some foil and then I'll let them rest in the cooler. So we got ourselves a dry cooler. Under there some corn on the cob we cooked earlier. But yeah, we're gonna sit these down in here. Now this is and we're gonna put this towel over it. But this is a really important step, is letting this meat rest. You know, let my cooking process slow down, let the meat reabsorb the juices, and we'll let it rest about 45 minutes to an hour, and then we'll tear into them. All right, so our ribs have been resting in this cooler for an hour. It's time to take them out. All right, let's have a look at these ribs. We've been waiting all day for these. They're right there. Like, you can twist the bone. Now that bone came off that one right there. I tell you, these ribs are going to be something else. Fred Flintstone ribs. Get it there. It's got a jiggle to it like brisket. Look at that right there. That's what I'm talking about. That's brisket on a bone. Let's get all these sliced up. Ready to serve. That's that one the bones don't fell off of right there. Look at them bad boys right there. Oh, that juicy, delicious goodness. That one's got my name on it right there. Let's have a go. Or they're piping hot. But there you go. Nice, salty, beefy goodness there. Like I said, brisket on a bone. Oh, let's plate these up here. And butter up that corn there. What else we got? We got some fried okra, a little summer salad, and watermelon for dessert. That there is a summertime Texas feast right there. Oh shit, we done forgot. We gotta get some barbecue sauce on that. On that Aaron Franklin's barbecue sauce. I love sauce on my ribs. Not too much though. Just a taste. That brush there. That all up on there. Well, there we go. Summertime feast, dinosaur bone ribs, corn on the cob, fried okra, a little summer tomato salad, a watermelon for dessert.